best anime showcases of Power 2. We're back at it again, because when it comes to anime, there's nothing better than seeing a character go all out, which gives us a taste, a mere glimpse of the power that none of us could ever imagine. With 10 more entries being added to the fan favorite title, you should know that the good stuff is about to roll in, and with every other scouter about to break in a couple of seconds from now. Let's not waste any more time and dive straight into the video. 10. Rock Lee removes his weights. Naruto. I'm pretty sure that we can make a couple of these lists with nothing but a Naruto series being the center of attention, but this right here sure took us by surprise back in the day. Episodes after we were taken aback by Team 7 getting that special treatment from Orochimaru, it was finally time for the soy boy Rock Lee to shine, since with the anime setting his one-sided massacre in stone. The character needed a miracle to even stand a chance against the sand-obsessed boy with dyed hair. But Kishimoto made sure he put the trump card to work and brought forth a bout we'd never be able to forget for an eternity to come. Especially after that banger of a reveal in the beginning. Handicapping yourself with heavyweight clothing and accessories isn't something that's exclusive to the Dragon Ball series. At least Goku and the other Z Warriors don't have the bragging rights for that now. Removing the weights, moving around like there's no tomorrow, the Naruto series sure gave the anime universe the ninja version of the beloved Flash that we were all craving for. 9. Hot as Hell, the Flame Hashira. Rengoku Kyojirou, Demon Slayer, Mugen Train.
1年後2年後にはさらに技が研磨され精度も上がるだろう。
Now, Demon Slayer had cemented itself as the epitome of animation back in 2019, and it's safe to say that people had high hopes from the newest superstar in the Shonen Jump lineup. But boy oh boy did Ufotable go all out and make the Flame Hashira, the very Rengoku, bring something totally unexpected to the table. Breathing techniques have always been the bread and butter of the series when it comes to making the demons have a taste of the blade that every other character carries around. But with the man having such aces up his sleeve, every other form being something that's nothing less of the final move any boss character would come up with, it's safe to say that the Hinokami Kagura dance bit the dust in an instant when the Hashira made the flames dance around to put up one hell of a performance. Sure, the way things ended was a huge letdown, but the character will always be a vital part of the series. 8. All I've learned, I'll show you everything in one single blow. Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple versus Seigfried. We're no stranger to quirky characters. I mean, some anime really don't hold anything back when it comes to it. But when Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple is in the mix, I'm pretty sure it's just a fiesta with every other character trying to end up as the weirdest yet most powerful fighter that the anime has featured to date. But this fight right here really put Kenichi's skill to the test, and despite him having trained to the very bone, the boy delivered when it mattered the most. And even one of the very best wasn't able to handle all the power that those fists were packing, with rhythm defining the bout and countering being the perfect strategy the tall weirdo could come up with. Kenichi had to think outside the box for this one, with him holding his breath and unleashing one blow that had all that he'd endured, propelling it. This one is as much of a treat to watch today as it was back then when we were kids. I'm pretty sure that after the anime started going down a more serious route, where fights had much more of an impact, or is that just me having kind of a bad memory? The WARUDOO! Hold my beer. Star Platinum, Kujo Jotaro, Jojo's Bizarre Adventures, Stardust Crusaders.
Jotaro! 貴様のパワーがどの程度のものかとくと拝見してやろう The WARUDOO! 止まれい時よ
Let's face it, Star Platinum has been the most overpowered stand since the debut of this first sequel to the beloved Jojo universe. I mean, even seeing his stats during those intermissions made sure we understood how OP this character is. But it wasn't until he was put up against the main man, Dio Brando, that the anime showed us just what growth and evolution looks like. countering time with time, making his own heart skip more than just a few beats to play dead, giving the main antagonist of the series a beating of his lifetime. Just what has the high school delinquent not delivered in this season to shine? I'm pretty sure he outdid himself most of the time, but still, the way that Jotaro's stand evolves during this last fight and shows us just how it's done makes it the very best the season has to offer without a doubt. 6. Church Priest. See me take on the beast. Kotomine Kirei, Fate 0. Even the newest fans of the series couldn't shake off the uneasiness of what this priest was all about ever since the show's very first episode. But in case you were ranting about Kiritsugo being a little too capable for a human, wait till you've seen this church cleric in action, since hiding those forearms using that robe is the very definition of putting something to its best use if I've ever seen one. The mage hunter can alter time as many times as he wants, but one punch from the priest is all it'll take to knock him out cold. And trust me, this isn't me being a fanboy at all. In addition to giving us the best fight the Fate universe has seen to date, Ufotable made sure this bout made an impact when the secrets to this character were revealed as the fight went on. With command spells painting his forearms, they're definitely much more to the man than what meets the eye. Plus, with the Holy Grail being at the other end, and with glimpses of Saber going hand in hand with the fight, Kirei isn't an opponent the Mage Hunter would be able to forget. 5. Escanor shows us his day form, the 7 Deadly Sins, Revival of the Commandments. The 7 Deadly Sins has always been the show where over-the-top abilities and overpowered characters make sure that the viewers aren't bored one bit. But even after King put that chesticle to work back in the first season, the anime was still hiding the lion's sin of pride, Escanor himself, and with the second season giving us an introduction of the beast, each and every one of the fans sure changed their favorite character all of a sudden. With his day and night forms being total opposites of each other, Escanor is unlike any other anime character we've ever seen. But once you've seen his day form, you just can't unsee it. Especially with the anime going all out, making sure the man cements himself as a legend of the modern anime universe. Powerful, cool, and graceful through and through. Calling him the Chad of the modern anime universe wouldn't be something any person would disagree with, and despite 7 Deadly Sins struggling as of recently, this character still is a fan favorite. 4. Garo vs. the Heroes, One Punch Man Season 2. I mean, yeah, Saitama beats every other character by a long shot when it comes to mere power and strength. But let's talk about the demon for a second here, since no other soul could give such a different meaning to Silverfang's renowned style. That's for sure. Going up against one hero after another, Garo was just stacking bodies right and left. He sure looked unstoppable even after Saitama put him to sleep with that karate chop. But even after being put up against Watchdog Man and a bunch of others, taking on the heroes while being all by himself isn't something that any other villain would dare to even think of. Taking them out one at a time, we couldn't help but root for the monster who made the heroes have a taste of their own medicine. The whole sequence is so enjoyable, and the way he puts the heroes to sleep one after another just shows you how much of a threat the guy is.
まずはてめえ
3. Kurosaki's Hollow Form Unleashed, Bleach. We'd seen the Hollow version chit-chatting with the main man in this story about humans and spirits, but it was about time we let loose and have the Hollow Form take over everything now, wasn't it? Going up against Ulquiorra, the man that wasn't even the highest rank Espada, Ichigo managed to die not just once, but twice, and the miracle was truly what was needed to turn things around and best the monster in a fight. Well, what do you know? That's exactly what ended up happening, and with the fight ending up being the very best the series has seen to date. It was almost unfathomable what the guy was capable of. From the lightning-fast transitions to the fluid animations, the fight was nothing short of the word amazing. And with Ulquiorra making sure he gives our protagonist a hard time as well, the fight isn't something anyone would ever forget anytime soon. For me, that's the best Bleach has to offer, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people here agree with me. 2. Luffy's Haki, Marineford Arc, One Piece. We've seen the rubber pirate make his body do all these stunts that none of us would ever think of. Props to Oda for that. But despite the kid being the future Pirate King and the person each and every one of us has had our eyes on since the very first episode, it wasn't until the Marineford arc that both the protagonist and the series as a whole started becoming something way different from the One Piece we know and love, and that for all the right reasons out there. Up against the best the Navy and the Grand Line had to offer, Luffy didn't flinch at all. When it comes to your own blood, you fear nothing, not even death. Luffy was determined to leave no stone unturned to ensure the safety and well-being of his beloved brother, and when the time came, he displayed his valor and courage in the best way possible, and that's exactly when the Haki came to power, making the entire Navy see just what this Straw Hat is capable of, and you can notice that even the characters who didn't go lights out knew just what they had on their hands at that moment. 1. Levi vs. Beast Titan, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2.
目をやられたのか。さっきは随分と楽しそうだったな。
Okay, we know that when it comes to Attack on Titan, Levi's the only one that steals the spotlight, especially when it comes to slicing Titans around to bring the perfect Titan platter to life. But what can we even do? Isayama loves to make him spin those blades around, and we're all about him slicing those giant pieces of flesh and bones now, aren't we? This fight with Zeke takes the cake in this list cause of how beautifully and perfectly it was all brought together. From the smoke to the humanity's strongest soldier playing peekaboo, a lot of slicing and spinning to finally making the man behind the ape show his true self, only for Levi to slice him as well, since when it comes to these humongous monsters, Levi's got no chill whatsoever. Plus, all that was made even sweeter by the fact that it all went down in the very episode that we saw Eren, Armin, and Mikasa take down their former friends Reiner and Bertold, making that episode just break the rankings the moment it came out back in 2019. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and keep the notification bell on so you won't miss any of the next videos. See you next time.